A Formula One racing car uses up its fuel during the race, causing its lap times to decrease. Why are these lap times decreasing? So let's go through each of the options. The first one, the acceleration of the car increases. So for option A, let's think about F is equal to ma. So with higher amounts of fuel or lower amounts of fuel, the driving force should be the same, assuming of course we haven't run out of fuel. So F will be approximately constant, but as the car uses up its fuel, the mass will decrease. And if the mass is to decrease, that means the acceleration will increase. So let's say an F1 car has just turned a corner. It's now accelerating to get up to max speed. The acceleration will be higher when the car is at lower fuel than when it is at high fuel. This means the car can reach top speeds in a shorter amount of time, and that will decrease the time it takes to go around one lap. So A is true. Let's look at the other options as well. For option B, the drag forces on the car decrease. So drag should not be affected by how much fuel there is in the car. Drag is affected by the shape of the car. The shape of the car is not changing with lower or higher amounts of fuel, so drag should not affect the lap times. For option C, the maximum speed of the car increases. Well, if the car is lighter, there should be less rolling resistance. Rolling resistance is the friction in the tires and the bearings, the moving parts of the car, as it is just rolling along. So it's not considering drag forces, it's the friction within the car itself and between the tires and the road as the car is just moving forwards. If the car is lighter, that rolling friction should decrease. So just considering that, the maximum speed of the car should increase a little bit if there is less fuel. So yes, this should be somewhat true, but I think the effect of A would be significantly higher. For option D, the tires become worn, reducing the friction with the road. So that is true, the friction with the road does decrease as the tires become worn. And the main effect of that is the car would not be able to turn around corners as quickly as it would if the tires were fresh. So if the car cannot go around corners very quickly, that will decrease lap times, so it can't be D. Worn tires might decrease rolling resistance, so it might mean that top speeds are a bit higher. But because the car cannot go around corners quickly, and when the car is accelerating, the tires can't get as much purchase or grip with the surface of the road, that would mean that worn tires would increase the lap time. So it's either A or C. A has a much bigger effect than option C, so that will be our answer.